All right, guys, this is the OC with Boss Cowboy Sports, and we got a doozy for you today. We got me and Boss Cowboy breaking down Doran Bland and why he's already one of the top-end elite corners in the NFL. But listen, before we get into the content, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Follow Boss Cowboy Sports on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. So, guys, we're going to jump right into this, and I'm going to show you what I think is the 5 criteria for top-end defensive backs in the NFL and why Doran Bland possesses all of those qualities. Number 1, he plays with great tackling. He's also a guy that has ball skills, range, anticipation, and he plays with great technique. So we'll go ahead and jump into the film.
Also, don't forget to stay to the end because I got something special that I'm also show y'all that I was trying to show y'all yesterday. It's going to definitely be worth it.
The OC.
The film breakdown.
Okay, guys, let's take a look at this first play. And I just want you to notice Doran Bland playing down in the box. He has no wide receiver to his end to cover. We have a trips formation and the motion back over, but he's going to be great on run support. And this is the unique thing about Doran Bland. So we see Wilson in here with the tackle, and look how he comes in. He's trying to get action. So Doran Bland is a guy that is a willing and able tackler. You'll see it even better from this angle. He is physical. He wants to get in on licks and on actions, and that really signifies that he's a true football player. He's not a diva corner. He's a complete player. Athletic skills as well as being physical. So look at number 6, Wilson, gets off, boom. And you see Doran Bland sticking his nose in there on his knees, trying to hit the running back anyway. That wasn't necessary for him to do, but he does it anyway. We'll take a look at the second play. Look at him in terms of his range and ability and athleticism on this play. And this is what I want us to recognize as it relates to him. This is a crosser, and notice how he closes the distance for the pass breakup. That really could have been an interception. We'll take a look at that one again. Look at the fact of how he slow plays it and the speed and athleticism. He closes out on this closing route. Matt Jones thinks he's open. No, he's not. Look at the closing ability and him playing the football. That's top-end athleticism. That's top-end skills from a defensive cornerback. So really love to see that about him. Again, you see him open and you see him close. And look, incomplete pass breakup. We'll check out the next play and we'll look at just some different.
Just real quick, and we not gonna be perfect today. We doing it just raw and real. One of the other things that I say about this is that's also one of the hardest things to cover. Like super hard to cover. So you got it.
And so, you know, as you look at the different angle, you know, Boss Cowboy brought this up before that the guy has a running start. So that inside leverage for one is open. He has a running start. And so Doran Bland is really accelerating to close the distance between him and number 1. You see him going across the screen right there. Notice the 2-step acceleration. Look at that. That's a great freeze frame right there. And him playing the ball. He's trying to pick this ball off. I mean, he's maybe a 1/10 of a second off on that. And if he's a 1/10 of a second earlier, that's a pick 6 going the other way. So great job by him. Great technique, great athleticism, great anticipation, and how he's playing the football. So we'll check out him on another play, and you'll be able to see some things. Now, this is one of the better plays that tells you about his IQ and his ability to learn in game. You're going to see Matt Jones roll out to the right, and you're going to see a throwback to Doran Bland's man. He rolls out, and it's a throwback. And so what you see Bland a little bit soft on the inside on the coverage, which allows that completion. And so you're going to see Doran Bland learn from this on the very next play we're going to show and end up coming up with the pick 6. So they try this again. So Matt Jones thinks that, hey, I did it before. I can roll back. I can throw across my body. No, sir, you cannot. This is a pick 6 and we go into the house. So the IQ, the technique, the self-coaching in game, and that's an element of a great player, a guy that can self-coach in the game and play with anticipation in a game. All right, so we'll go to the very next play. Hey, look, we'll see Doran Bland at the bottom of the screen here. And, at the end of the day, then we'll see him motion over. All right, so look at how he plays and look how comfortable he is. He's here. Again, underthrown ball, cuts right inside, perfect technique. He's in perfect position there to me. And a Boss Cowboy may have some thoughts on this, but he's in perfect position, right? He's perfectly where he needs to be. It's a badly inside thrown football, and he jumps this thing. And almost, hey, had he had another foot or so, he probably could have went ahead and took this one back to the house as well. So I'm seeing a combination of athleticism, anticipation, being willing to tackle, being physical, all the great things that you like to see with DBs. And to me, he's already a top corner. Here's a fun fact for you guys. He was tied amongst about 4 other players in the league last year with 6 interceptions, for a league leading total of 6 interceptions last year. Right now, he's tied amongst 3 or 5 players right now with the interception lead in the NFL already this year. So success leaves clues. This is not an accident about Doran Bland. He plays inside and outside, and he's already one of the better corners in the league, in my opinion. What you got to say about that, Boss Cowboy?
Yeah, I had one little thing to add to this play right here, and this is the value of getting 2 eyes on the film session with us. I will give Bland a little bit of correction on here because Bland is clearly out of position. Jordan Lewis, if you look closely, is lining them up. So look closely at Jordan Lewis. You can see Jordan Lewis is going to direct him that he's in the wrong position. So that's one of those things going outside the huddle. You got to be very aware of where you're supposed to line up, because New England had the matchup problems if he wouldn't have got lined up. He was already on the center. They just needed to basically snap the ball, and they would have had us out leverage right there if Bland. So you see Jordan Lewis tell him to go over. So Jordan Lewis led on that. That's very big to notice. So I would just say, Bland, make sure coming out the holder that you where you're supposed to be. But then the good thing is, as soon as he lines up, they hike the ball, and he's already ready and he knows what to do. He's going to play this man coverage, which means he didn't panic from being out of position. And he cuts on it, breaks on it well, and bam, interception. So that just still shows that, because some people, OC, they panic when they're out of position because they're like, you know what I mean? But he cool under pressure. He's like, oh, okay, let me go over here, still man coverage. He still played his technique. He still stopped on a dime, read the 3-step. All the different things you're supposed to do as a guy that's showing some elite signs. So also on this 2-for-1 special that you're getting right now with the OC and Boss on this film session. Also, let us know how y'all liking this, man. This is something I don't think a lot of people do, but we decided to do this because this is something that, like, we want to be real. We want to just be honest. The OC go say what he sees. I'm gonna say what I see. Sometimes we go see it different. Sometimes we go see it the same. But I got some good news, and this is what we saved for y'all at the end. I was telling y'all on the show yesterday that I want to show y'all all the career interceptions of Bland, because it tells an important story. We also have some new people that's on the channel that don't know this. So I want to show y'all this instead of telling you this. So if I show y'all what happened with Doran Bland, his takeaways versus interceptions, this was him last year, and you can see right there, he took that ball. So that wasn't just an interception. That was what I call a pure takeaway. So that's showing an instinct for making plays. And here we go again, where he takes the ball where the receiver was in good position to try to make a play. So we now have 2 takeaways, 3. So basically, when you look at all of his interceptions, especially his first 3, all of them are just really pure takeaways. So we got 3 interceptions. Now this is just gonna be a pure interception that was basically a bad ball, but good hands, and he makes the play. So we got 3 takeaways versus 1 interception, 4 interceptions if you count it just as interceptions. But if you're breaking it down from a takeaway, how can you not be impressed with his instincts to become the receiver and take it? Now we have 4 takeaways versus 1 interception. So, and this is crazy to see. This is amazing to see. And it's surprising to see that most people not even talking about that these are pure takeaways. You got some thoughts on that, OC?
Yeah, I mean, what I saw, Boss Cowboy, is, people always give, and deservedly so, Diggs the notch in terms of ball skills. But I see tremendous ball skills, Boss. I see tremendous hands, and I see him driving on the football. Like when he's stopping on a dime and he's driving on that football. And so it's super impressive. And like I said last year before, for people that are new to the channel, look, I said he's playing like a first round pick. He played like a first round pick last year, and he's playing like a first round pick this year. I'm saying even early in his career, and I believe this will play out during the season, Boss Cowboy, that this guy is going to become recognized as one of the top corners in the game, even in his second year.
And I got a little more bonus here. Y'all thought we was finished. We got some more bonus to you. See, because I want to make some point that the OC says something, and I already know a lot of people, I already know what y'all did. When the OC said, and I quote, that you could make the case that Bland is one of the most best corners even on our team right now and in the league. Well, let's look at the data. So if you look at Doran Bland, this is one thing that's super important. You got to recognize that as a rookie, the completion percentage from targets to completions was 71%. All right. So if you measure that to a Trayvon Diggs, who basically is likely already starting to peak, you'll see that he's not that far off with 64%. So when you know that Bland is going into year 2, that's super encouraging. Let me make that bigger because maybe y'all can't see that. But yeah, that's super encouraging. You see 64% completion percentage versus 71%. You got to make up for 7 percentage points. But then what's also impressive, if you look at Gilmore last year, who had the bigger challenges, because remember, when he was, playing against players last year, he was likely taking on a number 1, and he still, out of both of those guys, had only a completion percentage of 56.2. So what does that say about Bland? So Bland going into year 2, OC, is likely going to even improve on that because they make their biggest jumps going from year 1 to year 2. What's your thoughts on that as we close out on that? And I would also say we really want to know, what do y'all think about the dual film session? Because we just keeping it raw and real. I didn't know what the OC was going to talk about. He didn't know what I was going to talk about. We just filmed it and put it out there, and we just, go let y'all decide what y'all think. But sometimes I'm letting y'all know we are not going to even agree on these things. We just have a topic, we tackle it together, and then we let y'all decide as y'all watch this film. So we want to get y'all thoughts on that as we close out.
Yeah, man, I think that, looking at Doran Bland, I think that his upside is, a high-level Pro Bowl player. And I think that if he continues on the trajectory that he has, even this season, that he'll get voted into a Pro Bowl. I'm saying that early, barring injury. If he continues to play the way he has played, with the discipline, the technique, the ball skills, I think that this guy may end up making a Pro Bowl this year, or be one of those guys that should have got voted in because of his play. I think that the upside on him is just as good, if not better, because of the physicality and tackling than a Diggs. I'll say that again. I'm going on the record. His upside is just as good, if not a little bit better, as a total corner than Diggs because of his physicality and tackling ability. So the sky's the limit for him, man. And remember, he's played in the slot and he's played outside, and he's shown the ability to do both at a very high level. So that's my thoughts about it, Boss Cowboy. Unless you got something else, man. Look.
Yeah, one more thing. I think they cheated Bland last year. How you have 5 interceptions? You're not in the Pro Bowl last year. And I just got one quick question before we get out of here, man. Is he suffering from the bias that comes from late round guys? Because late round guys take a while to get credit, just like that, right? Just like even Tom Brady. People forget, but it took Tom Brady a long time to get credit for multiple Super Bowls. Is Bland suffering from that before we get out of here?
Yeah, I think that Bland could be suffering from that, but I think that he's suffering from the popularity of the star players on the Dallas Cowboys team, right? Because everybody knows who Dak Prescott is. Everybody knows who Tony Pollard is. Everybody knows who Diggs is. Everybody knows who Micah Parsons is. Everybody knows, who Ezekiel Elliott was, right? So when you have, everybody knows CeeDee Lamb. So you got all these stars, right, playing underneath the star. It's very, very easy to get lost in the sauce. And I think that's a part of the thing that's driving him to stand out and be exceptional. So that's how I feel about it. I think, though, his day is coming really soon and he continues to play the way he's playing. So guys, listen, man, let us know what you think about the film session. Let us know how we did. Don't forget to comment. Don't forget to share. Follow Boss Cowboy Sports on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. You can follow me, the OC100, on Twitter. And until next time, guys, we'll see you.